Thank you, June channel members. Join today to appear here in August videos as a July channel member. TPOT 19 was absolutely something else, in a good way. I actually felt kinda down afterward, which never happens to me with object shows. Not even the ending of II2 episode 17 did this to me. Just goes to show how effective it was. Anyways, I'm gonna push through that and make the next My Predictions For video. First off, I will recap the predictions from last time, starting with the release date. Not too surprisingly, I got the date exactly right, as TPOT 19 did indeed release on July 14th. Next is the elimination prediction. In my predictions for TPOT 18, I predicted TV and Snowball would be out, while in MPF TPOT 19, I predicted it would be TV and Grassy. Both predictions actually did have me correctly guess that TV would be the one who gets out finally. Not that I dislike him, just that I predicted he would get out like 6 times now, but instead he just kept dodging elimination. Unfortunately, I just had to go and change my prediction in MPF TPOT 19 compared to the one for TPOT 18, because the TPOT 18 one was fully right, with Snowball getting out and not Grassy. Contrary to my, and probably almost everyone else's expectations, we did not actually hit the merge in TPOT 19. The token also changed hands again, with Merker entrusting it to Lai, who then betrayed that trust tragically. I predicted that the episode will be a lot more plot-focused following the even and odd pattern, and boy was I right. This may be the single most plot-heavy episode yet. I'd even go so far as to say we've officially reached the climax of the central storyline to TPOT. As it turns out, Gaty wasn't just kidnapped, she was fully wiped out of existence. Not only that, but we also witnessed the same happen to Barfbag and Basketball. This is part of the contract one had them sign, that it apparently lets her wipe them out of existence at any time, and this may well happen to the rest of those that signed eventually as well. We also get to see what Pencil may do if she won 2's powers, as the contestants each got to use them as part of the challenge. Pencil ended up being the last one standing, besides Grassy, who she helped out by hiding him in the vent, and used the power to attempt to kill 4, though 1 captures him instead before they hit the ground. Wow, Pencil really isn't taking everything she's gone through very well, is she? Speaking of the challenge, it was a battle royale, with the first 2 teams to get fully wiped out getting put up for elimination. Even though Black Hole didn't die, as he is nearly impossible to kill, he instead got captured by 1, which also disqualified him. As a result, Death Pact yet again, along with Bagged, got put up for elimination. The episode did end on a slightly more positive note though, after all the horrors that transpired in it. Price Tag unknowingly activated the Recovery Center to wirelessly recover Winner, which allowed for them and Loser to finally reunite at the very end of the episode. Time for the predictions part of the video. TPOT 20 is going to be a big episode with the way TPOT 19 ended. But first, the release date will most likely be around the second week of September. I will lock in my guess for Monday, September 8th. As I mentioned previously, Death Pact yet again and Bagged each lose a member. Let's find out who might be the ones who leave the game. The last surviving member of Death Pact yet again is Black Hole, who got disqualified before Lai died. This means Death Pact yet again loses a member first. I do wonder who would host though. Probably TV again with 2 still depressed, X preoccupied with the post-splitters, and 4 who knows where. After all, TV never got sent away, so he's still here if he gets recovered. Anyhow, Black Hole would comfortably be the first one safe without even the slightest shadow of a doubt. None of the other 3 did all that much this episode compared to him at least, so it may be close. Merkur is probably safe before the other 2 because he may get pity votes from Lai betraying his trust. Tree and Fanny wind up as the bottom 2. It may be fairly close again, but I have a good feeling that Fanny will be safe due to her role in the 1 storyline, and that Tree will get out of the game finally after being bottom 2 3 times in a row. Bagged will most likely be even more difficult to try and predict, but for the sake of this video, I will anyways. I think Lai will be first due to how strong of a competitor she was in the episode, as well as generally doing more than the rest. I would say these 3 are probably around equally likely to leave. In percentages, I'd say Lai is like 10%, while these 3 are all around 30% each. I would give a narrow edge to Tennis Ball though, since he did more in the episode, plus is kind of involved in the 1 storyline. The bottom 2 are Pen and Bottle, but only one of them can stay. Both have possible reasons it could be them staying. Pen for his friendship with Lai, and Bottle for being the last comic reliefish character. For now though, I would give a narrow edge to Pen. I'd be sorry to see Bottle go, she's probably one of my favorites out of those remaining, and I even voted for her this episode. She made it into the top 3rd, which isn't bad at all, but I can't see her getting much farther even if she survives this time. I think Teapot 20 will break the previous pattern of even and odd episodes that stretches back arguably as far as Teapot 7, and be more plot heavy. After all, the landscape is still horribly damaged, and one kicked off their planet who knows how far away. This is less of a prediction and more speculation, but I am highly curious as to what will happen next. Especially because one is in possession of the very thing they're all battling for. They've probably gotta get it back somehow, I would think, but I'm not actually sure how things would be fixed. However, the show must go on, and go on it does. If the merge didn't happen in Teapot 19, then I think it'll be 1 or 2 more episodes before it does. In that case, I think the losing teams will be Death Pact yet again in Team 2. No chance it's Cloudye with the way Pencil screwed up everything again. There's just no way the writers want to let her go yet. What do you think of my predictions? Let me know in the comments along with what you think will happen, as I am very interested to know your opinions. But for now, I will leave you off with the recap of my predictions. I believe the episode will release on September 8th, Tree and Bottle will be eliminated, Teapot 20 will break an established, though not necessarily canonically set pattern, by being much more plot-focused, and Death Pact yet again in Team 2 will end up losing whatever the challenge ends up being. Thank you for watching, make sure to subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one.